if you are asking this question, it answers apply based on what setting the lawyers are in. If you are like a court practicing lawyer, Supreme Court, running a AOR practice as a counsel, I think some soft skills really help. Large principle, I mean, the overarching principle of it is to increase your efficiency, because that is what can help you do more work, right? And I think people, if they embrace technology now, I mean, thanks to the current CGI, there's a lot of push for paperless offices. I remember I started using LiquidText before the lockdown, and
You must be the first buyer of it.
no, I wasn't the first buyer. See, frankly, my very close friend and chamber colleague Ravi had told me about it, because his erstwhile senior from the Madras High Court, Mr. Satish Parashan, used to use it.
Wow.
Back before the lockdown. So I just checked it out and I really liked it. I moved on from it now. I moved on to PDF Expert. I feel it replicates the physical brief better than the LiquidText, but to each their own. But I am always on the lookout. There's I don't know if you know Mr. Yogesh Ravi. He's a practitioner in Supreme Court. Phenomenal guy to take any technological advices from.
I see.
So he runs a blog called Sans Paper. That blog helps you digitize your office and move into as a technology practice. When we meet in court, like we're talking about what's ailing us, what's really frustrating us. So I had once had a huge discussion with him on this whole LiquidText PDF Expert thing, and I used to be a huge proponent of LiquidText, but now I've shifted because I started seeing whatever points he had to say about it. His blog's very helpful. I mean, I found it to be very helpful, and I always look at him, and I mean also the general technology world to see what's advancing. Like, I remember last term I had a conversation with him in the canteen, and he showed me how he programmed, made his code in ChatGPT to take dictation. So now he can dictate on his phone and it gets typed in the SLP format.
Wow.
He's programmed it to accept South Indian names easily without misspelling.
Yeah.
He can tell them, put this between this and this in questions of law, and it will do it. It's like,
I would like to call this gentleman.
You should. I think we all would greatly stand to benefit. In fact, this summer break I couldn't do it, but my task was to really figure out how to get a hold of AI, because I mean, I think we lag far behind. The rest of the world is really caught up with the whole GPT-4, Llama 2, and whatever it is. There are so many AI bots for lawyers specifically. There's one, Harvey, I think, in the US.
But so far, I mean, I've tried some of them, but I haven't really found them to be very useful. But I'm particularly interested in everything you're saying, because I also keep using ChatGPT for Python coding and all.
I'm pretty I'm very lay about this. I don't know much about the AI yet. I've just started reading a few books on it. So hopefully I'll catch up on it as well. And
but I would love to sort of even see the blog for sure, and maybe perhaps have a chance to meet Mr. Ravi.
And to invest in these softwares is a very useful investment. They appear to be a little costly initially, but my office right now runs paperless, except for when the court requires it. Like NCLAT has this requirement where you have to also file physically. So those are there, but I think by now we've all lost habit of reading physical files. It feels inconvenient. Then you keep carrying it, flipping pages instead of just touching your bookmarks. So I think it really helps, and it also helps great deal in utilizing your time while waiting for matters in court. Like, there's one, deaths, taxes, and waiting for matters, and lawyers complaining about waiting for matters. These are four certainties of life. Now, when you know it's such a certain thing, if you can have your entire office in your sleeve with a laptop, iPad, or both, whatever you can use, tablet, and if you can just sit and work on anything, anywhere. Supreme Court has internet. So I think that these are things that give you advantage, and it also helps you in maintaining some sort of a work-life balance. If you can just utilize your time during the day, you don't have to sit too late, and just like waste time during the day and work during the night. That's the aspiration. Doesn't happen, but possibly. So these are the things I feel can give a bit of an edge for people working in different settings, like being in a law firm. I don't know how much to comment, because those guys are already doing quite well, I guess. I mean, I think technology is what I would probably focus more on if you want to have some edge in terms of work.